I choose to share with you my testimony and journey as a Christian to clear up any misconceptions and misunderstandings around who I am and what it is that I do. Many people have asked me about my faith, and many confuse my beliefs with secular beliefs, esoteric beliefs, refer to me as someone from a cult or following Middle Eastern philosophies. I assure you, none of that is true. I wish to clarify this. I am a missionary. I work directly with God, and my faith lies with evangelism, independent baptism, and non-denominational Christianity. I have attended more places of worship throughout my life than anyone I know. I have a close walk and relationship with God. I do not preach or Bible bash. I live by faith alone. I aim to show that it can be done. I understand the Bible in its entirety. Recently, I have looked at the differences between various beliefs and practices. I acknowledge that there are those who have awoken in multiple different faiths across the globe. I will not draw divisiveness or comparison between different sects of religion. I will speak to you only regarding my personal walk with God, what life has shown me, and my experiences therein. I grew up in a Russian Orthodox family, which has been the foundation of my faith. I was baptized at birth. Whilst facing various health challenges as a young child, I recovered. This has helped strengthen my faith. My grandmother taught me to pray directly to God, follow in Jesus' footsteps, embrace strong family values, keep the faith strong, love each other unconditionally, support one another, forgive each other, be honest, and pray for family, friends, and deceased relatives. It is only now that I realize Eastern Orthodox philosophy and teachings differ significantly from that of Roman Catholicism. While in Australia, I attended a Catholic school where I was excluded from partaking in the Eucharist because I was not baptized Catholic. Later, I joined the Anglican Church where I was active in the choir, played with other musicians, and eventually made a deacon. However, they failed to recognize the presence of abusive family members in my life. My faith grew in the Anglican Church, supported by a wonderful pastor and the community. Years later, I met an independent Baptist church by chance. Although I am not baptized into the Baptist faith, due to my original baptism, I chose to keep my heritage and values. I was told baptism, according to the Baptists, is a personal choice that doesn't prevent one from going to heaven if not made. I felt God working in my life all this time, and my family and church were praying for me. I experienced a profound transformation when I was saved in the Baptist church, as the prayers were answered. In baptism, we say a prayer inviting God to work in our lives, expressing our commitment to denounce worldly experiences and dedicate ourselves to Him. That day, I felt an energy shift that changed my life. God became an active presence, and since then, I have witnessed miracles and experienced a profound transformation of heart, mind, body, and soul. I entered into missionary work, which many around me did not recognize, but I am a living example of how faith transforms a person's life. I have also explored Buddhist meditation, which is acceptable for Christians, as Buddhism is a philosophy rather than a religion. I have followed the Eightfold Path alongside my Christian faith, awakening to the true God and one who speaks to you, to your heart directly. I believe the scriptures are correct, but often taken out of context. For instance, while it is said, you are saved by faith alone and not by works, I emphasize the importance of integrating biblical lessons and living by Jesus' teachings. We should avoid judging others, which stunts their growth and healing. Criticism can destroy faith, destroy character, and hinder our own growth, avoiding accountability. Instead, we focus on cultivating unconditional love for God, for each other, practicing compassion frequency. Selfishness and greed block love from entering our lives. Everything we do to others, we do ultimately to ourselves. When we give, we create positive energy, and in turn, the universe or God bless us. Throughout my life, I have given everything away, and God has provided everything I need when I need, just in time. I became spiritually awake in 2012, but I didn't know what God wanted me to do. I left the church because of a new pastor who was not preaching well. The church is only as good as the pastor's preaching. If the pastor is awake, you have a strong church. If not, you may feel you're wasting your time and not growing as a Christian. It is not just about attending Mass on Sunday or Bible study throughout the week. It is about living your life as a Christian in full faith, not holding back or hiding. I learned about conservatism, setting boundaries, modesty, and humility. I noticed others in the church having spiritual experiences across various sects, one in the Independent Baptist Church, one in the Middle Eastern Meditation Philosophy Center, and one in the Mormons Church. I heard of 3 awakened souls who died. The church and the Middle Eastern Philosophy Center could not save them. Their faith and the people around them could not save them. They passed away because they reached the limit of their beliefs and knowledge and went beyond. With no guidance, they were lost. I will share with you now what I have discovered going beyond. I was forced to step away from the church and became psychic. This pushed me further away from the Christian faith, as they do not accept this as a gift. I was also judged for my divorce and for being a single mother, which further ostracized me. No Christian would marry a single mother or a divorced woman. There are strict rules around this. The pastor told me that once you divorce and you cannot fix your marriage with a husband who broke his vows as an atheist, which was my case, you should leave. However, you should not remarry. You should go back to your family or just to the church. I went to the church as I had no family left. I found that if you do not remarry, your ex-husband has a chance for healing and awakening later in life. After leaving the church without family in a foreign country, I allowed God to work on me. I did not let any man, Christian or atheist, get close to me. My heart was broken and I could not let anyone near me. I felt protected by God and became a better mother to my daughter as a result of not entertaining another man in my life. I have been kind to her father and his family. Though he has made mistakes, he is witnessing his daughter wake up spiritually and follow God. He tried everything to stop her from following in my footsteps, but he now sees both of us being reconciled with God. That is what God has done, shown his power. No matter how much my ex-husband hurt me or my daughter or tried to prevent us from having a relationship, none of his actions corrupted us for long. I take pride in this. After God finished his work in me, I recognized karmic entanglements with other men I had previously dated and with cruel family members. God took me into a community that taught me meditation, energy bodywork practices, and healing, which helped me with energy work, aligned with Eastern beliefs, and removed all negative energies from me, karmic ties, cords, and entanglements to other souls. I will share with you what I have learned going beyond the Christian faith. There is an astral realm, which is mentioned. Heaven and hell exist in this astral realm. Therefore, they exist on earth. A psychic can perceive this dimension and this realm. One must hold light and unconditional love to navigate it and be safe and protected from the darkness that exists therein. Otherwise, they fall into the darkness and can die. Our thoughts, actions, feelings, words, beliefs, and deeds shape our reality and help us navigate through this realm. Healing from past trauma and processing the past pain that we have experienced is essential to avoid creating a hellish existence for ourselves. The earth is splitting into multidimensionality. The high dimensions lead to various heavens, while the lower dimensions lead to different forms of hell. Each is created by individual choices. Each day we choose whether to feed the good wolf or the bad wolf within us. We can build a relationship with God and create heaven on earth, or turn away and follow the worldly temptations. We have 4 energy bodies: the physical, etheric, emotional, mental, and astral. The astral body operates in dreams and reflects our true self. Cleansing our energy bodies before we go to sleep lifts us up into higher realms of reality each night. Ultimately, the choice is ours. As a result of my near-death experience in the astral realm, I can now communicate with those on the other side of the veil. I want you to understand, you haven't truly died, you only died to live again. Your physical body is merely a garment, the real you is the soul, and with your physical body, you have 4 other bodies: the etheric, the mental, the emotional, and the astral. You use your astral body every night when you go to sleep at night. As you dream, you soul travel. You visit other souls at night. You visit other dimensions at night. You can go back in time, forward in time, and to the cities of light. You can visit heaven or hell when you sleep at night. Ghosts are disembodied souls that have not crossed over. They can be earthbound for years, centuries even, due to trauma and unresolved issues and conflicts. These are souls and they matter. They are human. And our role is to heal them, not condemn them. They can be healed and guided to continue their journeys through their life. Souls that haven't learned their life lessons will reincarnate to learn them. Those who take their own lives will return with both past lessons and new challenges in their next life, double the load to carry. Upon death, we carry memories and unresolved energy from our previous life. In the afterlife, self-healing is not possible. However, due to ascension, God is uniting our 2 worlds, both those on the other side that are healing now and those on earth that are awakening will soon share a reality that is the same, where our spirit bodies will possess a physical aspect. It is biblical that the rules have changed and you will see your loved ones again. For now, you can still talk to them. They can see, hear, feel, smell, and touch and remember you. They can communicate with each other and pass on messages in your dreams. The astral realm, where you go to when you sleep at night, is a space filled with unconditional love, surrounded by those who have passed away, those on the other side, and God. God exists in the higher part of the astral realm. You must purify your energy bodies and meditate long enough to connect with Him. Purity of your mental, emotional, physical, etheric and astral bodies is essential to see God and experience heaven here on earth.